So what's happening right now? I yesterday had very little money when I quit around midnight, and today I have uh, sufficiently much money. Let's see what has happened. So today is 22nd. Yesterday was 21st. So right about here at around 15:30. Can I zoom in? Let's see, camera, audio, user interface, font size large. Let's put it huge. Is there some kind of other scaling window margin size? Let's put this to what will be determined only based on the client resolution. Probably not that. Something that will auto target better. It's kind of dueling. How to reject invitations. Use classic star map. Actually, I want to see how that looks like. The following default settings will be applied to a new chat window that you open. I want to actually put this slightly larger, even though that's not too much of an issue for me. Okay, better. Maybe slightly more readable. As I was saying yesterday, at let's make this wider because this date is not visible now. Okay, now. So yesterday, around 15:30 game time. Was it that early? Apparently it was. So around this time yesterday, I put up for sale all of my random implants that I got from various missions which I've been doing for months and months on end. So for example, there is the memory augmentation basic, which is I think that can be acquired from storyline missions, which come up just from time to time, as well as this limited ocular filter beta, which is also kind of just a regular attribute implant. But then there were these iFur and Co. rogue implants, which are worth quite a lot. I think these come mainly from some faction extravaganza missions. So I think what has mainly come up for me has been that, what's that called? I think it's Guristas. So Guristas extravaganza mission, level 3 mission. So it takes a couple of hours. There is a final boss, but the boss isn't that hard. Maybe I think harder than the boss itself is the boss's spider drone, which is just a Stasis Webify drone, but it's so fast that I cannot kill it without drones myself. But usually I get one of these iFur and Co. What are these even called? These kind of a boost implants, which don't affect attributes but give, for example, 3% bonus to afterburner and micro warp drive speed increases. So they are worth a lot. So I put all of these up for sale. They have just previously been sitting in my junkyard, let's say, and I put them up for sale in Yita, which is apparently was a good idea. So all of them have went, I think, all of the implants. So basically 100 million just for selling implants, which I have been stacking in my junkyard pile. I think I have still some, but they are probably just those less valuable. So in my trusty random shit container. For some reason this specific skin is somewhat valuable. Uh, Probably not in the marketplace, but according to the latest time this was sold, for some reason, someone has paid for at least 1 million or something for it. Can't understand why. But otherwise, well, now I've exhausted all of my stack of better implants, so now I have these very cheap limited social implants or whatnot. These are like 50,000. Probably not worth expending a marketplace order. Maybe this limited cybernetic suppressor circuit P. This is just +1 intelligence. Wow. So nothing there. So yeah. So the solution to my yesterday's money problem was to exhaust all of my inventory of random junk which I don't use myself. So that's that. Yeah. Today I haven't done dailies, so I will be looking at the dailies. But first let's restart all of the planetaries which have had time to finish. Let's also check the first one. Let's see, what's the time? 1.5 hours. Let's restart these as well. Or restart and then submit. Aqueous liquids. God, I hate that. I think they should still do some slight improvements to these interfaces for the planetary industry. Because I don't like that you have the edit button for this place and then you have separate submit button here. I can understand where it's coming from, but it's just irritating that it's done that way. But yeah. So what's happening here is that I have this high-tech production plant that is producing wetware mainframes. It uses supercomputers, cryoprotectant solutions, as well as biotech research reports. And I'm all exhausted from the I'll open it up here. So wetware mainframes. I don't know if this is too visible. Hopefully it is. So wetware mainframes, it requires supercomputers, which I have, cryoprotectant solutions, which I also have, but the biotech research reports are something that are not being produced right now. So let's see. There is supercomputers 51, cryoprotectant solutions 39, and biotech research reports. So construction blocks, livestock, nanites. They probably are actually manufactured. These coolant that is missing. Coolant is missing here. Yeah, coolant is exhausted. Would need to take them, but okay. Cryoprotectant solutions. Fertilizer. This place is producing fertilizer, so it's doing that. Cryoprotectants. What's here? Nanites. What a good CPU. And coolant. Okay, because these consumer electronics are exhausted, I will change these to biotech research reports. So construction block, let's create the destination. Construction blocks, there's plenty of those to go around. What else? Livestock. This place is not this place. This place. There is some livestock here, I know. Or not. Livestock is exhausted. Well, that's irritating. I think I could get. Let's submit now. I think I could get rid of one of these water basic production facilities. Do they offer enough power? Because I don't have power too much to go around now. Okay, 200. So this is 800. This is actually less. So CPU is the one that consumes more. So if I take one of these basic industry facilities out, I can just put one of the things. Yeah, let's take that out and put basic industry here. Costs 250, but it will make things probably so much easier. Let's create a link. Plop. And submit. This water is changed to proteins. PPP proteins. And complex organisms go there. Just submit. And now livestock. There. What do you need? Proteins. I think I need to change the protein production up. Is there biofuels even? There is proteins. Are proteins used by this place? Okay. So there's more than enough proteins to go around, so that can be changed. What else? There's loads and loads of water. So proteins, is there bacteria? Not that much bacteria. Fertilizer, this is making fertilizers. Okay, so these are a couple nanites. Not too many nanites. Anyway, livestock is. Didn't I put the livestock is routed, so it should be here, there. So everything is routed for this. This just needs the biofuels. And which do I have more? There is more water. So you can be changed to carbon compounds, which, lucky for me, is very near that main body of water. So I will just change this to carbon compounds. It will not be optimal, but it doesn't need to be. Not enough power to add one additional of these. Doesn't matter. I think this interface for putting up these extractors could also be slightly better. There could be the number for these numbers, could be just next to these somehow, some way. Because currently it's impossible to actually make decent up there. This is making proteins, this is making water. Let's wait for a moment. Delete this. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. I'm trying to not waste 3000 units of aqueous liquids, which is basically nothing. But that's how I am. Gill, is this gill or oil? No, not the item, but the client. Oil Zugasm. 6-year-old account. Or not a 6-year-old account, but 6-year-old character. Probably recently activated, I think. In this Russian Space Academy. Sometime when they quit, and then they were like fired and put into this default NPC Corp. Okay. $30. Yeah. In the meantime, let's see. Just the basic industry. Some job is finished. Core probe launcher, material research. 2, 1. Now it's finished. And now you will be changed to biofuels. Reptile biofuels. Input routes? Not here. Here. Carbon compounds. Okay, submit. And now there is biofuels incoming. They go there. And everything is set and nothing works as it should. Because nanites is missing. And that's the bottleneck for the next round. Well, I can change the cryoprotectant solutions to something else. What is this other thing that's missing? Test cultures. So even though when the fertilizer is done, it doesn't actually produce anything, so I think I should just cut my losses here and change this immediately to make nanites, for example. Let's change it to nanites. There isn't too much bacteria either, but no worries. Are bacteria used somewhere? No. So these don't use bacteria, they use nanites, so it's the higher tier. I have some reactive metals from some I don't remember, it was some weird mission thing. So let's haul that there. Ship hangar, where is my garbage truck? Hopefully the garbage truck is empty. Jeez. So I can just take the reactive metals. And folks, none of this is planned. What is high-tech data chip? Chip. Is this expensive? No? No. Only in volume. and this is used for inventions. Let's take all of this junk down to the surface. Water, yeah. What else? Noble gases, yeah. Can be made into more oxygen. Carbon is not used for anything. Was there still more? Just literal garbage. It's used for I like that the garbage is used for some boosters. Important surveillance data. Yeah, hidden data. Sweet, just yeah. So that's that. Nothing is outside of the containers. Now I must say that there was unpleasant surprise last time that I was doing my planetary industry stuff. So after that I'm slightly terrified of just going straight to the customs office. So let's see what happens this time. So what happened last time? I just warped to 0 kilometers from the planetary customs office to just put stuff down on the surface. And I warped in, and luckily I was on the game window. I will warp out and then back again now. There were like 100 Triglavian, or whatever that faction name is, Triglavian NPC ships, and they are all hostiles towards me. Luckily, my armor held and went down only to something like 50% before I warped out, and they didn't have warp scramblers. Don't know what the heck that was, but well, good thing that I know now what's up. What's up here? Oh yeah, this very old facility. After the latest larger update this week, the plasma planet's textures have been doing some weird stuff. So they go all blurry when you move the camera. Otherwise they're fine, but this hurts my eyes. Okay. Let's put all of this stuff down on the surface. Doesn't cost too much. This planetary industry stuff is just endless. Just an endless sink for money. I'm not sure if I have made any actual money at the moment. Okay. Hi, Charlotte. Just doing some planetary industry today to start the stream off. And salute to you too. So now there's some reactive metals here. So now this keeps running for at least for a moment. Hopefully longer. Actually, I'm not the guy who likes to use any kind of utility apps or anything, but maybe this time. Hopefully this updates. There is an app for smartphones, Neocom, which has a ton of features which I too much didn't know that I wanted, but I find them quite intriguing to see. So let's see what runs for what time. So the extractors are 24 hours, which I've set them to run. And the facilities. So the advanced. Yes, sorry, I have the app on my phone. Maybe you've used it too if you play Eve. So it's a Neocom. I will type in the name for it. What the hell? Okay, that's just insane. Okay, there. So that lets you help. That app helps at least in many different things. For example, looking at markets in different regions, or at least I don't know. I don't. Well, probably they are on on a browser as well, but I like to use it on a phone for whichever reason. But the planetary window at least is very nice because it checks your account's planetary status, and it says that which facility it is. One of these. So this facility, for example, which is using bacteria and bacteria and proteins to make fertilizer, it runs for less than 6 hours until it depletes all of the materials, and it takes into account what is produced by the extractors and the basic industry things. So I should check up on this in less than 6 hours so that it doesn't run empty. Otherwise, the industries are running for not at 100% efficiency, but at some level above zero for approximately 24 hours, except for this one. So the nanites will be all manufactured and the materials depleted in less than 7 hours. So I think I need reactive metals and bacteria. Well, I actually know. Reactive metals, there is plenty of those, but bacteria will be depleted. So I need to produce more bacteria. I let this run for the time that I'm playing and maybe check these on in the morning. Don't want to be tied to this chaos at the moment. That's what I call these planetary industries. They are chaos. It's just they don't actually take anything else as an input except ISK to put things down and then change the places, and then it produces basically ISK from time, because it takes time for the stuff to be manufactured. You don't need to be present there for the stuff to be made. How about this side? So one science job open. Let's put something else. What I have in it? I have the hornet. So build these inventions. How about the relic analyzer? 5 days. So then it's maximum material level. Maybe not that. Do we have something else which I can sell? No, pretty much nothing. Let's manufacture this. Or not manufacture, but research this material level. At the moment, during December I was selling these heavy missiles and they were selling quite a lot. I don't know if people were playing back then more than now, but I was making constantly making all of my money basically just selling the heavy missiles. But now the market has calmed down for the heavy missiles, so I need to find other sources of revenue. So science jobs are done, and I have a couple of material or not just manufacturing jobs going, because these missiles are not selling too well. I don't know if they changed something in the patches, because I don't use heavy missiles myself, but people are not buying them as much as they used to, even though I think my prices are quite competitive. Let's actually see what can be seen from this market price history. So this is from February, and looking at this shadow graph at the bottom, I don't think it's changed that much. I think here we are in December. 1st of December. Nice. So the average price is somewhere below 67, above 54. So I'm quite near the average. I haven't changed these prices too much, so basically something else has changed. Maybe the people are doing missions somewhere else, or heavy missiles are just not that useful anymore and people have changed to something else. So trying to sell something else. Now I've started to sell the hybrid M charges, which sell out quite fast, in tens of thousands at least. I don't know if I'm selling them at the very low end price, but antimatter charge 115 ISK was sold immediately when I put it up. Maybe in the low end. Maybe I could put the price higher, but at the moment, because I don't have too much money and I need money quickly, I need to have a quick turnaround so that I can keep on churning out stuff. I'm taking the lower profit margins. Today I've had a long day, so let's do something completely unwatchable. Something that will irritate you more than anything is that I will be doing some signature scanning, which I'm not good at, with the Tech 1 frigate, and I'm just trying to find relic and data sites, and I'm trying to stay in high sec. I went to wormhole space last time and my ship blew up because someone came in, but just to complete my dailies I will just wait a minute, which are the most. I think I'm not going to do mining today, so let's do mining. Let's destroy 25 capsuleers, get the skill points. And now when the dailies are done, let's undock and see if I can find anything to scan. And this is as good of a time as any to say that if you have any instructions or complaints coming in my direction that I'm doing something completely wrong, just tell it to me straight. Did someone buy something from me? Nothing. So let's see first. Let's start in almost, well, as high as the high sec goes, 0.8 security. As far as I currently know is that this gives out quite understandable visual cues on what to do when you have signatures which you haven't scanned. If it's red, then you need to first at least partially locate it if it had that big red sphere around it. Okay, so for some reason this is better established signature. I will go to this first. So I will just go to the one which has higher signal strength. Maybe it could be less accurate with this, but this is how I do. If it doesn't have the red sphere around it, then I will just in steps step down the radius of the probes. Then we have a combat site. I will scan this to 100% just because I have the daily for it. Yeah, and when you get close to 100%, you just step down the range of the scanning as close as is needed to get the final. These are dead spaces. I don't like to go and see what's happening there because the only offensive capability which I currently have is 2 hornets. So that's nothing. I don't want to do anything. I actually went and saw what was in there, and it's like 20 ships at once, I think. So you need to be prepared to fight all of them at once. So maybe I could go back and get my cruiser and fight them. They probably are not that big in high sec, so they are not like all cruisers, but mainly frigates. Because both of these dots are inside these spheres when it's 2 astronomical units distance. I will just scan it this way. Then it will decide where this signature actually is, because now it's somewhere in between these 2. So you need to try to scan it so that it's as tightly as possible around these markers. So now it's 14.6. So then redirect that, and with this you can check it from all around. And maybe I could put it this way. That's slightly out. I will put it to AU again, and let's scan. Maybe I need to hook up or get some kind of a stupid sound to play every time I scan something. And yes, if you are irritated by all of this dullness, you came to the wrong stream. This is the boring stream. I'm a boring person. When I first started playing Eve, I actually enjoyed quite a lot just mining and doing nothing else. my family, okay, both of them are combat sites. I will scan them both just to get the 5 scans that I need. I also probably have the air career program for exploration. Not completed, so 50 scans and a huge 125,000 ISK reward, as well as explorer figured grenade, not grenade, crate. It probably has skill points that I already have, or not skill points, but skills. What was the probe scanner saying? It's not yet 100%. Even closer. There we go. Maybe I should get quicker scan time. Rig next time. Tratier triangle. So these are three triclavians. No idea which way to say it. So that was that. Let's go to the next system. I did get the scans for the days, 2 out of 5. Yes. I don't know if the scanning has always been this way in the game. I know that at least some of the original developers of this game were like PhDs. I've said it at least once. Oh, it's decloak. I don't know if there's a better way to decloak, but if it works, it works. 2 cosmic signatures. Let's try to get them both at the same time. So, Lop and Lop. Are they on the same? Yes, about the same plane. But yeah, I've said it before in this stream. I don't know if it's common knowledge or not, but the star map for the game, at least the original classic one, 3.2. Let's go to this one first. So the original star map, which I will pull out in a moment. Let's put it this 8 AU. And I don't know if this looks like the original one because I put the, yeah, this might look like the original classic one. Can I rotate? Why is this flat? So for some reason this is now flat and I cannot rotate this in 3 dimensions. Probably because I put it into the classic map mode. Unflatten. Okay, so now this is 3D. So I think this is the original one, which I will come back to in a moment. Just continue the scan so that this doesn't take forever. But that original map is made from some materials crystallization properties. So when a material crystallizes, the molecules, atoms, whatever, they come wormhole. Wormholes are tempting, and I might go in there at the risk of losing my ship, but we'll see if I will delve into that. one more time for good measure. Hopefully oh, it was not at the center. But yeah, I was saying that the map is based on crystal forming. One of the developers, or a couple of them, were like chemistry PhDs. They had studied crystallization of materials or something, and they said that they had made some mathematical models for. Yeah, I could have pressed that button again. They had studied crystallization of materials and made some models for how crystals form for whatever material, or maybe it was a group of materials or whatever. And they used that to generate the classic star map. So basically, they needed to have some sized star map. I won't pull it out now that I'm scanning because it jumps around. There's just wormholes all over the place all the time now, which I, in a sense, can understand because that's better playground for players than high-sec where nothing happens. Maybe I will go to wormhole space with this time with a better prepared mindset. I will at least complete my daily scans. Just to finish the story before I completely off rail. So the developer had a computer program for producing some kind of models for crystal structures, and it just required some random input seed number. And I think he was tasked to make the star map for Eve, which I will pull out now. This is the original star map. And I think the seed which he chose was 42 from the book sci-fi book which everybody knows, but I don't remember the name. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, where the 42 is the answer to life and everything. So this was seeded with the 42. It's probably changed a little bit because I think the center system where the black hole resides, I don't remember the name of it, but it probably wasn't in the original star map, and maybe they've added something else there as well. But the original star map was seeded with 42, and someone's probably PhD dissertation research. Confessor, what is the confessor? Tech 3 ship, which looks like a pike, the fish. Very narrow and long, or maybe some kind of alligator, or this reminds me of some kind of alligator. The one with the very narrow snout, and I don't know if snout is the correct term, but the mouth. Jaws? Well, anyway, let's scan. Hopefully there is more to scan this time. Hopefully not all of these are wormholes again. I know that you don't get too many data sites in high-sec, but I didn't get too many data sites even when I was in wormhole space before I blew up. I think it was like one data site in a solar system and like a couple of wormholes, and then I went to the wormholes and got further down the rabbit hole, and I don't know if I would have gotten out if weren't that guy gal, whatever, coming and blowing me up. Let's go to 8. So more boring than not, but I like boring. Also, I didn't do probe scanning when I have originally played this game. Originally, I just dig stuff, went very rarely to nullsec, and when I went to only the space which my corporation controlled, so it was very safe to be there, let's say. Basically, we weren't at war, I think, at the round time when we were supposed to just data site. I get to hack. You can also complain about me hacking very poorly. But I just mined. I liked mining. I didn't even manufacture back then very much. I didn't understand. I was something like younger than 14 or something. Didn't understand the nuances of the game. But I had always the impression that this probe scanning was more of a okay, yeah, that's the issue with HiSec. Someone already got to the data site and emptied it out completely. Hopefully these others are not data sites that they have also scanned already. If they are, I will race to them as well if they are there already. But I had the impression that this probe scanning was more of a triangulation, so like a actual scanning it works. So you is this no not sufficient. Let's scan again with 8 AU. So in real world, if you have a signal that's coming from somewhere you don't know and you want to find out where it is, you need to at least somehow get an estimate for distance of the source's distance to you. So if you can make that measurement from one single point, you get a sphere of locations where that signal might be coming from. And if you make the measurement from 2 different locations, you get distance from to 2 different points. You get a circle, and then 3 points you get, I don't know if it's 2 or 3 points or whatever, but you get smaller and smaller volume for where the signal might be coming from. And finally you will end up with basically one single point. So I don't know, this 8 different probes is probably overkill, at least theoretically, but in real world applications you always get non-ideal conditions. So having more is better. It's like GPS location finding, more or less. If you have only one GPS satellite and you don't have like very directive but omnidirectional GPS antenna, you don't actually know where you are. But the other way around, if you would have a very directive antenna for your GPS, sounds insane regarding the application's idea. Wormhole again. It will probably come down to me going to wormhole. I think I would prefer to go to wormhole. unstable wormhole. If anyone can tell me the difference between unstable wormhole and just the wormhole, which I found two of in the previous system, let me know. So that's the daily. Let's actually warp to the unstable wormhole. And actually, let's put this too. Oh yeah, good thing that I... What? What the heck happened? Did it... Okay. What does the wormhole say? Okay, so unstable wormhole looks like basically the same as the not unstable ones. Okay, I don't like being here. Nothing found? Was it because... Yeah, it's because of... Understand what this did previously, but... it's... This is a very... Maybe I could say tedious minigame. No scan signatures found. 8 astronomical units should be sufficient to get at least something. Or then this has... Okay, now it's found. Yeah, this is somewhat tedious, but having done missions for like a couple of months, this is a nice change of pace. 11. There's a good sketch for... I think it's a couple of Scottish guys. Yeah, it's Scottish guys using a voice-activated elevator or voice-controlled elevator. And the whole sketch is just them trying to make sense to the computer and say 11. The computer just doesn't understand them. It's a stupid sketch, but very funny. 11. Now it's 17. But they were trying to get to the 11th floor, so... Okay, let's scan again. Hopefully this is not the data site as well, and the guy who emptied the previous data site is just here. Yeah, it's a wormhole again. Nurse. Too many wormholes. I will scan this to 100% as well, just because I want it for the air carrier program. After that, I will go to the home station, change to a clone which doesn't have any implants, and then I will go into the wormhole space and hopefully get out with some loot. Let's see. Now it's unstable wormhole as well. Were they previous ones also named unstable? So the unstable probably means that we'll... Can I... Yeah, I looked up. Did I now get the air carrier program stuff that you do? Which one was that? Scan 50. Okay, so scanning wormholes is completely different thing. Okay, now come to me, my probes. My probes. You're all my probes. And the home station. Jeez. Take me home. Country road. To the place I belong. Country road, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country road. How much are there? +5. Show only available. So the improved ones. Oh, I would need all of these as an improved version, but they are so expensive. That's the one reason why I was doing missions so tenaciously. To get loyalty points, to get these implants for cheap. Or at least cheaper, because they still cost something like 60 million. But I don't have the loyalty points because it takes 60,000 loyalty points, and I'm doing level 3 missions at the moment. So, well, I suppose I don't have any of these as an improved version. I just have 2 basic ones. Maybe I should just upgrade these other ones to basic as well, and then get the... What the hell? Why I have this as a... Not basic, but the standard version. Yeah, memory and charisma. And when why charisma, you're asking? That's the worst attribute. Yeah, in a sense it is. How much is the standard? 22 million. Improved is 150. Okay, so there's high basic and yeah, so it's chip, beta, basic, standard, and improved. So the last +1 point is very high step. But jump clones, let's go to the one with no implants. 1 clone's installed here. Jump. 900,000. So now, with the clone with no implants, I can go to the wormhole space. And blow up. What's the last daily? Defend contested. I didn't take this because even though this is a boring stream, and it still is, something at least something that almost promises excitement is doing the faction warfare, FW, and I will go to a place where there is basically no enemies and try to, well, fly my logistics tech 1 piece of garbage and at least find a fight and try to do something there. Hasn't happened yet. Hasn't been even close. But I've exploded 2 times, lost my capsule 1 or 2 times. And I've stood at the traitor triangle. So these are maybe the places which I already scanned. Let's go to the Kiras. So there were wormholes. Hopefully they are already available. So I have 2 Hornets. And then I have electronic warfare group. So my ship's main function is to just scan and salvage, and maybe I could take the salvager out, but it's there just because laser wouldn't do anything. But then hopefully my electronic warfare group of drones can disengage this target lock of any players coming to destroy me, and I can escape. So hopefully that happens. There's a new new cosmic signature. 8. But otherwise if this isn't in the data site, I will just go to the wormhole. I will scan this to 100% anyway, but I will go to the, let's say that this first on the list. No reason why it's the first on the list, but let's see if I can do this quicker. The distance can be decreased once this signature, or when this signature stays inside. Yes, it's a data site. Hopefully it will stay up here until I have scanned it. Yeah, I could improve this scanning speed. If I have skill points and I can get a level for the scanning speed, I will take it. Let's warp here while they are scanning. It's a long time. Okay. Call. And the ominous relative what's this called? Where is this? The moon. Okay, let's go to the data site. No one is here. Good. But after this I will anyway go to the wormhole. Unless I get something worth, let's say, over 2 million. Then I will just dock and unload the stuff. Then go to the wormhole. Is this data analyzer or relic analyzer? I have no real understanding, but okay, now I have to fight, and it's not even the drunk octopus. Antivirus. Yes, fix me another virus. System core. Let's not fix anything yet. Firewall, firewall. No system core in sight. Okay, now I need to fight. I think I need to fight that one. It has a high attack, but I can... Let's do the other one actually. No? Is it like... This was 5. So the distance from this to the system core is 5, probably. So it would probably be here. I don't think it's that simple because the numbers haven't made sense this far. Yeah, it's 4. Or maybe the system core is moving. I think that's the actually... Yeah, that's probably the sense in all of this. Maybe? So 2. 1. So the system core... I think this... No, this hacked just barely made it. Nothing expensive. Luckily, if the hacking goes alright, doesn't matter. Or at least I don't know that it matters. If you know that it matters, just tell me. And I don't care about my street cred going down. So that doesn't count. But let's see. So 1. The system core is not any one of these. It cannot be. So it's probably distance to some utility node. So here is a utility node. Okay. And system core. How about that? Quick and fun. And what the heck are these? This I know what this is. I have already one of these, but... Well, that's not anything too expensive, so... Just because of pure idiocy, I will just warp straight to a wormhole, and let's save the... Well, I will save the location once I get there. And the procedure is to go to wormhole, go through, save the location of the wormhole. When you get through, establish a safe spot, establish another safe spot, third safe spot, and then scan all around. So K1262. Deep in space wormhole, this kind of usually go after a few days. You can lead to anywhere. This wormhole seems to lead into high security space. Also, okay, so this throws me somewhere completely else. Well, let's just go. This leads to high sec space. But then I will save location. 2 days. Wormhole. Let's jump through. Full speed ahead. The unknown. Do not ask me again. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. I like how the UI came out. Syncon. Whatever hell that is. Oh, Amar Empire. Nice. I like Amar. Amar is my favorite. Where the heck am I? Not too far away. Am I? Oh, I must say that this star map sucks. At least after using the other one, I will change to the regular stomach. So where the heck am I? Where is Yita? Where is my friend? There is. This system is the system where I have my stations or player-owned structures for my reaction and inventions. There is Yita. But okay, I don't want to be here actually. I want to go to the wormhole space. Let's get back and consume a part of this wormhole's lifespan. What is this? Polarized streamings. Okay, so I cannot jump. Probably cannot jump back and forth that quickly. What was the other wormhole? So that was the. Let's go here. Hopefully the unstable doesn't just mean that they are pathways between what's this called? Regular space and regular space. Because I like that wormhole space, even though it made it seem that it's possible to get lost and trapped there without access to regular space. Does this say that this? So is this the same? K126162. So this probably goes to the same place. I will try it, and based on the saved location, I will know. Now it doesn't even ask, but this goes to high unknown parts of space. Okay, so this might go to, yes, now we are in wormhole space. So save location in 2 days is sufficient. Then I will warp to here, make a save spot. Never. Let's warp to. I will open the probe scanner just to get. When does this? Okay, and let's add save spot 2. Here is good. I don't know if they should be very, very far apart. Probably they should be. So if I can get one here. Can I warp? Warp? Yes. Warp there. Perimeter hanger. Combat site. Combat site. Okay, so there's lots to. And I have the wormhole. I will edit this wormhole. Home is probably a good name for it. So I will try to scan everything here, not get blown up. Oh yeah, I forgot to put up a save spot. So I will warp to this plot. Save spot number 3. And I will try to put it down almost immediately. Yes, here is good. So that I can, while I'm scanning or probing, while I'm probing, I can get some distance. So someone who is doing combat scanner probing doesn't immediately. So this time I will do these scans one at a time. So I will scan this one first. Well, actually, I will do whole And I will start from the scan which has the highest signal. So this one. Ignore other results. I could probably make another save spot. Let's make save spot for this one. Let's make it when it's less than 5 AU. Now here's good. And there, there. I don't know if it would be better to have a very slow warp speed ship for this. So I would be constantly in warp while doing the probing, because that would probably make it very hard for another player to get a lock on the location. Let's yeah, I'm slightly afraid of being found out. Go there. I don't know. Well, I have enough stuff to scan here. So I will just scan stuff here, all of the stuff, and then go home. Let's go to 1 AU. It probably, yes, it finished. Because now let's scan all of the ones in the center. I hope I did change to. It's not there. Yeah, I'm currently in a clone which doesn't have augmentations. Yes, good. What does my probe scanner say? What is the highest? That's wormhole. What does it say that these are wormholes? Let's scan the wormholes. So that's sufficiently well established. Let's go to number 3. Ah, this is the one wormhole I have already found. Let's scan it again. Let's get the scanned stuff. Compensate, wormhole. How much is 97%? Is there a... There might be a place which is slightly... Now it's finished. I will look at the map and see if I'm very far away from something else. And no, I'm not far from anything. I will go up there as well, just to get some kind of a random point at the center for a safe spot. So this is more of a random spot and not something that is very far away from the others. And I will just then start the... Let's go to the first one. That's very close. So now that wormhole's scanned, and that's the original one which I came through. So lots of scanning. Lots of warping as well. Safe spot 2. Oh, so it's 10. Let's go there. Another wormhole. So it's wormhole after wormhole. In a sense, it doesn't matter, but I would like to have the data sites. I need the money. I'm like Mr. Crab. Or Mr. Krabs. Mr. Krabs. One. Does it scan? That is the question. It did. Is this number 3? Yes. Number 4? 45 AU. That's nice. Roll. No, don't do it. Let's try to catch most of the others now. Let's do a directional scan with maximum range. I just want to see if there's something here. Okay, so that one. Let's go to 1. How about the directional scanner? So there is player stations which are not... Can they actually... So planets and anomalies, but they are not like visible, so they are maybe combat enabled something. I don't know how this works, so I don't want to approach them. I will just scan this space. I will just try to stay away from everyone, because everyone and everything is out here to kill me. That's what my mother used to say. Doop. Does this... No, this is just... So now these are not wormholes anymore. It seems that the wormholes are easier to scan than the others, I assume. So I will stay clear from the number 5. So this is Relic site, nice. So now I get to scan something, but I also need to be quick about scanning the mindful about hacking in relic sites. Because as far as I know, if I go to hack in the relic site, someone can as easily find it as they can me. So I will stay here for the moment and go to the relic site. And then I will also just fly out all of the drones. Make a general scan in the meantime. I was for a moment thought that I had not recalled my drones from before. Okay, so there's... What the hell? Why is this red? Is there... What? Oh god, I'm absolutely terrified. Is this some kind of a... Oh god, this looks awful. Okay, there's lots to scan here. Need to get to work and hope these things don't start to produce kind of like rogue drones or anything, but I will hack one, get out, and then hack another. Oh god, it's full of things. Firewall, firewall. Okay, that's a nasty piece of equipment. Antivirus. Okay, let's go through firewall. Antivirus. Okay, not good. And firewall. These are... Okay, I probably cannot do anything to these. So these will... Okay, so I can go through one of these. And then I need to find something that hopefully heals me. Not happening. Okay, fix me immediately. System core. I cannot believe it, but the hacking worked. And I got something that is worth my time. I will now warp out and can come back to... I cannot save the location of any of these, so I will warp out and come back in a moment. And is it this one? This one? Let's scan that one. But apparently there is lots of stuff, so scanning everything is not that big of a deal. that not that big of a deal. This one. This one. Always go for the easiest one. Gas site. I don't too much like the fact that there apparently is the player structures here, so probably players are not camping, but they are aware of their environment so that they token per meter, whatever that means. I haven't done any gas mining ever, so but as a disclaimer, this is one of the less boring things I usually do on this channel. Are there ruins to be? Huh. Looking at this thing, apparently the relic site disappears once I warp out of there. So that's a bad thing. Good thing to know. I need to. Can I just save the location? Yes, I can. So should have saved the location for that one. We'll do it for the next one. Weird music. Don't like it. What is the next one? Next one is this one. Okay, so the fact that it's that far apart worries me slightly. For whatever reason. Which one is this? Number 1. Let's go to number 2. Everything became harder. Oh, because it was so high above. Okay, so if I find a new relic site, I need to save the location. Yeah, it's missing from here. So the procedure is to scan the signatures, stay moving constantly. Don't know how effective that is, but I'm still here. At least it probably irritates them. Irritates the hell out of them. If there's anyone trying to find me with a probe scanner or anything. I'm at 4, let's go to 5. I'm thinking of a simple cyclic selection process for selecting which safe spot to use and to which to warp after which time. Just go 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5. So that probably not too good idea, but let's put it the center and actually maximum range. So now it's at 5. No, 1 2. Maybe it could be whichever combination. So this one. Yeah, it might be nicer that if this had a slower warp speed. I mean, like if this went like 0.01 AUs per second, that would be irritating as hell. It would never like get around to exiting warps. So, well, you would tie yourself down being in warp for one whole play session or something. This is maybe just the learning pains that I lost that relic site out of just regular fear of things. So sorry for that. But it's the learning pains which I'm all for. Unstable wormhole. One after the other. Number 1. Let's go to number 3. And now it's done. And let's do it again. So it takes a very long time to scan everything in one of these wormhole spaces. So at least if, well, there's this many. And I lost one place where I actually had the relic site. Hopefully there's another relic site. But it more or less has been that there's only one relic site, if any, in a system. More or less it's just wormholes. But as it goes, I will say that this whole wormhole space concept, if it is, as I understand it, that this is out of star map systems which you can access only through the wormholes themselves. So if someone builds a space here, they more or less need to be here constantly. They need to have a jump cone, if anything. Don't know if that's the case. I don't want to go near those stations at the moment, out of the fear that they are something that will fire at me when I get out of warp. Or almost worse, there is someone watching and then they come after me afterwards. Another gas site. Hmm. Okay, just gas site done. Now the final thing, and hopefully the wormhole is still traversable after this. I will put this to 16 AU now, so I can get at least some signature from that. So now I'm 3. Let's go to 1. Probably doesn't matter. 1.5. So hopefully this isn't some kind of epic combat site or anything. I don't have any desire to fight anything, or not even the capabilities of fighting anything. At the next swap I will check if I have something that will at least slightly speed up the damn scan time. Scanning. Astrometric. Yes. Yes. So 2 points to that. We'll do one more 8 AU scan and then decrease the distance. So 4 AU. This A is for you. There's apparently, visually at least, there is a black hole in the background of this. I wonder if it's the something that is in a distant star system. Let's do the 4 AU scan again, just for good measure. Probably you should. I could do it in a shorter distance and get some results. Let's see what it tells me. Now let's go now in order. 24, that wasn't bad improvement. Let's now do 2 AU. So this will be quite difficult. So it probably will be very difficult relic or scan site, I assume. If it's more difficult, okay, so it's a wormhole. So this is the last scan, after which I will try to go home. Maybe I will visit all of the wormholes and see if they say something that, hey, this goes to high-sec space. Then I will maybe go there just to feed my curiosity. But luckily, no engagement now. this is very active way of playing anyway, which what is the difficulty level 2? So 2 is somewhat easy, at least doable. Let's just so it's bingo. Look at my horse is amazing. Give it a lick, it looks like raisins. Into a plate, then it turns back again. Look at it swingy, ooh, that's that. Do you think so? Well, I better not show you where the lemonade is made. Sweet lemonade, sweet lemonade, sweet lemonade, yeah, sweet lemonade. Din 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 din. I want to see what the gas clouds looks like. Fullerene molecules may be found naturally occurring within the blah 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 blah. Yeah, I have never been to a gas cloud, so I will just go here, observe. What is this? Observe. Assumed it's something this, so I will just now warp out. But what the heck? So what is this? It's kind of sleeper drone. The spoiled condition of its armor suggests that it is indeed as ancient as its designers. It has only very recently been put into service. Okay, this takes me home, country road. So to the place I belong. Hopefully it is Kira's. That was something I did today, so let's go. Let's go home. So okay. Wormholes can be very fun. That I can say. It was very nice. I will say that that was very nice. For someone who is very much a high-sec rat, I can only say that that was decently nice. Okay, so enter 5. Okay, so by just entering the gas sites, I can get this carrier thing done. So need to do that next time. Sad for the relic site. I should have saved the location. Need to remember that for the next time. So save the location of relic site. Hopefully it will let me return to it. So it just doesn't. Maybe it removes the scan signature when I open a specific container. But it doesn't remove my own scan signature, so someone could still warp in. Let's actually. Now, what the heck is this noise 5 needle jack filament? I will put these to ship hanger. Please, please, please work as yes. So where is my I am speed? There. So Thalakan partition plates. Oh, these are for faction stuff. This is for industry as well. Spatial attunement unit. No one is selling. I don't know what kind of market there is for some of these things. I'm a one-man show. I'm trying to do loads of stuff. Probably need to decide on limiting things I will be doing. What is this one? What does this require? Why there is more fight? I thought more fight was only for... What the heck is this scan acquisition array? Reduces the scan time of scan pros. Only one scan acquisition array module can be fitted at max. How much does this? 10 per... Okay, that doesn't sound too much, but when you have minus 25%, minus 10%, so it's 0.05. So it's 0.6 something. So it's not even half of the time of the original. Why is what is this not that expensive, but there's more fight there, so this is expensive. So that's like half of the price of manufacturing one of these. Yeah, so that's half of it, so it's more or less all of the price. This is like 15,000. No, 30,000. 2,000. Okay, so it's basically just this. But okay, the margin is very good. Like 100% margin or something, almost. Greater than 50. What is this? These are for very weird things. Dialog and info shards required for these. So what? So these are for manufacturing these, but how did the 5 hours for these to complete? I'm getting constantly one job completed as well. Inventions. How did this thing work? So this says that create Tech 2 blueprint copy from Tech 1 blueprint copy, or Tech 3 blueprint copy from an ancient relic. This activity consumes one blueprint copy. Okay, so the ancient relic is what now? Probably something that you acquire from hacking stuff. Sorry. Let's see if I find something. Blueprints and reaction tray. No, relic analysis. No. Filters don't apply when searches. Okay, so it doesn't apply. So, good God. So let's... I don't understand. Research equipment, not research equipment. No, nothing like that. Components? No. Faction materials, gas cloud materials, molecular forging, no. So these ancient salvaged materials. So it doesn't actually tell you. I don't understand why there is none of these. Which I've jumped up the prices, but no one has once sold this to me. But okay. This guy has money to blow. Okay. So there's some big spender um, just throwing his money at the problem. This 20,000 unit buy order for tangled power conduits. It started out at, I think, 3,000 or maybe 2,000. And what's the money on that? So 20,000 times 2,000, that's divided by 1,000. So it's an order of 40 million. Then I just, out of spite, because I wanted to buy at least some of these for manufacturing rigs, I hiked the price to 3,000. So they matched that. Or actually, yeah, they matched that. So they needed to cough up 20 million more, plus pay taxes and whatnot. For that, modifying the order, at least the broker's fee, which might not be anything, but they are doing the purchase at an NPC station, so they must have some kind of broker's fee, unless it can be reduced to 0 somehow. Like unlike these cheapest market, Be Smart and whatever, because that's a player station, so they might not have broker's fee. Don't know. Anyway, then I hiked the price to 4,000, and I still haven't bought a single unit of that. Then some people beat my price for it, but then this guy with 20,000 unit order just didn't care anymore, and they hiked the price to somewhere in between these non-regional purchase prices. So what's 30,000 times 20,000 divide that by 1,000 and 1,000, so we get 600 million. So that's an order for 600 million, and I don't know, 1% of that, well, it's 6 million upfront when he hasn't bought a single one. 600 million for, yeah. Alright, but maybe I can free up now some money for myself. Not much, basically not anything. But what I was doing was checking what the heck do these do. Maximum ship jump gap. So 5 ships at once. Where does this get to? Null sex. Okay, I don't understand. But maybe I don't need to. What does this carbon do? It's used just sell it for some money. Let's close that up. Random shit. Random bullshit. Go. Yeah, that's random shit as well. Talcan partition plates. So these are for some relic based faction thingies. Are these things even sold, or does anyone use these for, like this? I don't know about the other guys, but the tech 1 things interest me because 5 million. So stuff that's never been sold ever. Have they like, yeah, no contracts. So there's just like buttload of these different factional, or are these even like this storyline things? So they are storyline things, whatever that means. Maybe you can get them just by doing storyline missions. whatever. But no one uses them. Let's see how this compares to Kinetic Shield Amplifier Blueprint. So what the heck is this? This is just metal level 6. So stop. Cactus is there. How does this compare to Tech 2? Is it a lot better? No, it's just the same. Slightly better in terms of fitting. It requires less, so it probably has never been so what? Now I'm intrigued. How can I make this thing? It's probably insanely expensive to manufacture because I bet one of these things is so expensive that you cannot even imagine. Perpetual cloak. Okay, 5. That's an interesting separation of prices. 5 and 5,000. So these are not even expensive when they are available. Okay, so these are cheap to manufacture. But how can one get a hold of this? Basic understanding of interfacing with Talocan technology. The Talocan were masters of spatial manipulation and Hebrew leading mathematics. Rudimentary use the rudimentary scientific theories behind. Okay, whatever. But has this? So is this want to buy? Auction? What the hell? What the hell? What? Are these like insanely insane? What? So is the point of these just that you don't have the skills, bro? Yeah, this is definitely you don't have the skills, bro. So this is like a high grade of investment to just okay. What the hell? So okay, I will. Okay, I'm officially confused. This is expensive. Is okay. This is expensive as well. Understandable. So 50 times 2.5 25 million. 25 million. 750,000. So that's times 5. So it's 25 plus 50%. So it's 37. So now it's like 62 and a half, 62 million. Okay. Tube. Okay, so this is 3 million. 150 million. Okay, so margin on this is not great because, or then it is, or not. This isn't. Okay, someone is not. Yeah, okay, people don't know how to count sometimes, even in rudimentary levels. This is probably, unless they are just underpaying themselves and they think of themselves as slaves when they are just acquiring materials. This is making a net loss for this thing, integrated analyzer. So this is the relic and data analyzer in one. Okay, but again, what the hell? Am I? So this is 1.7 million. So I actually need to be. This game is just sometimes. Thermonuclear trigger unit. Tell me that this costs something 33,000. So it's nothing. This is 4 million. And how much is this? No order. Okay. Nothing. But yeah, what the hell? Confirm bird one button. Wrong region. Okay, I'm not going there to make a beat, but okay. Okay, this game is just insane sometimes. Open up. I am speed. I need to take these to the manufacturing station, but I don't know who is coming up with this gameplay of how long does it take to make the file? 7 days. Money from probably at the moment. Well, it is not the garbage disposal that I imagined I would be doing. That's not making any money for me. That's just long-term investment, which hopefully pays off at some point. So that's all of these. So I'm buying junk. Dang it, no. So I'm buying junk in bulk, and it's all over the region. And at some point, I will go and collect all of them, either sell them if there's a market for selling them for profit, or I will just reprocess them for the materials. I think I priced these purchases so that they will be making me money at least in the reprocessed minerals. So I'm saving money buying this stuff and reprocessing rather than acquiring the minerals from something else. So this takes 17 days. Yeah, so it's for all of the how long does it take for these? Much less. At the moment I'm producing stuff which I use myself. Dancing with myself. These charge ads stuff don't actually make a profit or provide, well, their margins are awful, so I'm like not manufacturing them just because once my trading skill, is it retail or trade, it's high enough. Apparently retail takes half a year. What did someone buy? core scanner probes. This is very very profitable. Let's say, yeah, I get it. It's not very profitable. It's very profitable. Yeah. I understand. So it's not making a huge impact. What will maybe make a huge impact? I don't know. Maybe that's the point when I start making money is when I've making mobile tractor units, because those things sell the big S. Like it was tens of units a day and they cost 11 million, and yeah, the margin for it is not good. I will give you that in respect to these materials. But compared to how many of these are sold at the time, it's better to make into the mobile tractor units. Those sell, you will get money daily, probably almost daily, weekly at least. These things, 1 week, like 1 unit sold, 1 or something. Yeah, the margin from this to the other, not great, but who cares? No one cares. No one is buying these. No one wants to buy these. There is no supply chain for buying these things and making something else from it, and then that. So it's completely different. And also, I think this plutonium and antimatter charge M sizes, they also sell. But now, what research to higher degree? Core probe launcher takes a long time. I will actually make copies of this. Should I make, or should I? No. I will make copies of this, which will take 9 hours. Yeah, so it will runs per. Yeah, so it's 1 copy which has 30 runs. I've also done the other way around, but that was for something else. I wonder why I did it that way. Maybe so that I could just... Yeah, that doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense how. Nothing makes sense now. Stand still. Stand still. Yeah, I like this game. Yeah, I do. I totally do. These don't sell. Pieces of shit. Of these... Oh. I wait 1 week. These prices haven't even... Oh, okay, so it's here. These prices haven't even come down, I would say. Or they have. So I'm not in the mid... So rather than being in the mid or low range, I'm now the last which has been bought. 21? 21? So nobody's buying these. I don't read the patch notes. I don't know if they made any changes to other things. Other things compared to... I don't even have it anymore. I liked my ECM burst. I cannot use them anymore on any ships except my garbage truck. Yeah. They changed the ECM burst and I'm furious. Not furious, actually. I understand the game is changing all the time. But the fact is that this unit was all I had against gangers. Not true. Again, just an exaggeration, but still. So this prevents target lock for, is like 5 seconds. well, it's a game of chance. But they made it so that it can be fitted to battleships, marauders, black ops, haulers, blockade runners. So haulers and blockade runners. So I can put it to this ship. Deep space transport, command ships. Okay. Where I cannot fit this is my cruiser. And I lost my cruiser at least once, maybe twice, to pirates. And I also cannot fit this to my mining barge. But luckily, I can still use the same thing but hornets. It's not the same things. These don't have the burst ability, but they prevent target locking on my ship, as they sacrifice themselves. So I'm definitely going to sacrifice a drone that costs something like 20,000 for my ship, which costs 2 million and maybe has a cargo worth of 60 million. So it's a no-brainer. Gives an advantage to this ship. Also, I have warp core stabilizers here because this is not supposed to fight, but maybe I could put. Does this have slots? I need to start thinking about these things. I could put energy neutralizer and that kind of Nosferatu unit here. But okay, I will conclude my my stream here with my stupid rants. So I will be finishing up. Well, okay, let's check the planetary industry and what's here. So at the start, I put this up and changed a couple of things so that this will produce nanites, and this is supposed to make biotech research reports, and this is supposed to make. This is making livestock. So has this actually gotten any biotech research reports? No, because this has 1 hour production time, so this hasn't gotten any livestock yet. So this is just making livestock now. How many units does it make? 5? This requires 10, so it takes still 1.5 hours to make at least 1 batch for this. Yeah. Yeah, this stuff is worth like millions and millions here. I could just sell these in Yitza. Well, yeah, in Yitza I could sell stuff. Not get too much of a profit, but still. But okay, there's nothing for there. Nothing for me there. So I will quit my stream here. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you have enjoyed. And on my behalf, have a good night.